Mr. Donald, and I'm calling him Mr. Donald because he is a very well-seasoned man. He's 75. He sent one of my followers this message saying, "Good morning, Miss R. Happy Sunday to you. Request more information about yourself, especially full bodies of yourself. Exquisite, attractive woman interested in seeing your thickness, proportion, curvy, mature, sexy figure of woman. So if don't mind." So obviously, Mr. Donald, he knows some words. He does not like punctuation. But let's see, what does Mr. Donald look like? So Miss R says, "How old are you?" And Mr. Donald responds with, "Am 75 years young, living single, intelligent black man who does not like commas." Let's try to get just a little bit closer to Mr. Donald. Mr. Donald is out here 75 years young and standing on somebody else's stairs, or, it could be his stairs. So this is him on the stairs, and this is him at Cousin Ruby's wedding last year. This is a close-up of his face. Mr. Donald. To that, Miss R says, 75 on the internet asking women 30 years younger than you for pics. My grandparents are younger than you, sir. My mom is 51. He says, interested in you even though am older, still requesting full body pictures of yourself. If don't, especially in dresses and figure. He's just vomiting up some words. She says, sorry, the age difference is far too big. I don't get involved with any men older than my mother, let alone 24 years her senior, especially let alone 6 or 7 years my grandfather's senior. These people have the audacity, and where do they get it and where do they cultivate it? Who knows? But Donald is out of pocket, don't have any grammar or sense. So then I jump in the inbox and I'm like, is this to you? I'm like, girl, this made me gag. And she said, yes, shaking my MFing head, me too. And then I was letting her know that I needed to find something else to put with this to fluff it up. Because this had to go on the social medias, on the internet, because if they have nothing, they have audacity. Okay, so the next audacious mail. This woman jumps into my inbox and she let me know that she had a series of messages from a man that her husband and her, they knew that this man had a crush on her way back when. Well, she says, my husband was gone on a trip and because I'm partially disabled with pain, a lot of our friends were just making sure I was doing okay with animals and trash and normal stuff. He was supposed to be one of them, so he knew I was home alone. She also knows that these messages went on well longer than they should have. So this first set of messages, he's just talking about an interview and how to get some help with his interview questions. So we don't really need to talk about this too much. So keep in mind, this is talking about an interview and helping, and this man knows that she is home alone. So the man was like, yeah, I just want to say I'm glad I got the opportunity and would love to get the job. LOL. It's like trying to get laid. So he's starting to creep into being inappropriate. Actually, he's crossed the line. He's being inappropriate here. And she's still listening to him. She says, well, to be fair, saying I want to get laid works half the time, but it doesn't work the other half of the time. And if you really want to get laid by this person, you're going to have to put in the extra effort, except for it's a job. So you're also trying to get paid. So there's a higher stake. Was there anything about it that really made you want it and love it? So she's trying to bring it back to the job. He says, damn, LOL, you're right. It's a wholesale retail job. I love talking to people. I kind of want to, never mind. Okay, so then she's still talking. So you just say, I love, respect, appreciate your product because your words, I am looking forward to having the opportunity to work with people again in this capacity. And then he says, I did verbally already, but they were starting the interview process. I'm not used to not being hired on the spot. I'm pretty good at making people happy. I can't imagine saying I love a job or product. Okay, so This is where, I mean, he's already crossed the line. She's still humoring him though. Towards the middle of this one, he says something about getting laid again. He says, it's like trying to get laid, and I've never tried hard for that. I hate trying to convince someone. They should already know I'm what they want. And she says, I mean, you could go that route. It's just 50-50. And he says, LOL, it's not working. Apparently, I'm doing something wrong. And then towards the bottom, you can see her little writing. She says, this is where my idea of him changed completely. But the thing is, it should have changed completely towards the beginning of this conversation when he started being inappropriate with her. Because what did he say right here? It says, well, what if you just wrote it for me and I'll work it off? LOL, I'm horrible at getting what I want these days. Him talking about working it off was him coming over and trying to knock the boots. That is what he is saying to this married woman. So he's unemployed and looking to work it off, and he keeps talking inappropriately, but like I said, she's talking to this man way too long. And ladies, you have got to know it is perfectly fine to stop communicating with these people. She says, you know, blank, as in her husband, he's got a world famous jealous streak. You don't want him to come out swinging at you. He says, see, LOL, ha 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 ha. He's trying to laugh it off. And she says, you think he doesn't get jealous, but he does. He says, okay, enough said. I was kind of asking. I had to see. She says, oh, I know, but it's okay. I'll still help you with the job, but not the other part. And she says to me, I'm being a lot nicer here than I know I should be, but he knows I'm home alone and where I live. And he says to her, LOL, it's the boobs. And this is towards the top of this page. So she really should have nipped it right here. She says, yeah, there's plenty out there like them. If you put more work into it, you would get to see them. And he says, oh, and the alcohol. I apologize for being drunk and honest. She says, it's fine. And in white, to me, she says, it was not fine. It was not fine. This is not appropriate. He says, yeah, I never try. Never mind. Okay. And then she's still trying to keep it professional. She says, hey, man, when you're sober, we will have a big, happier exchange. And so she says, you just keep trying to put yourself down. So I was just joking back with you that you don't try. Okay. So what I want y'all to see, this man is full of audacity, obviously. And this woman is attempting to remain cordial with this person because in her estimation, him knowing where she lives and being a disabled woman, she feels that it's the best way to keep her safe or whatever. But we have got to come up with a different way to react to this inappropriate, audacious, entitled behavior because this is not okay. I don't know what more to say to this woman, but this is not okay. And many of these people don't respect your relationship. They cross boundaries. He's unemployed and knows that she's married, but he's willing to behave in this manner. Now to the next audacious. For the last and final audacious male, my friend Elaine this man was talking to my girl Elaine, and she said, telling me my butt is flat and that I'm old and single and wear too much makeup when you're banging Miss Piggy, your hair is balding and spray painted on, and you dress like it's 1999. It's crazy work, laughing my butt off. MFs be wilding out in them old, there's no place like home, ruby red, cheap, beauty supply house shoes buddy wearing. And then she started laughing. Now, I don't know if his wife deserves the shots, so I'm covering her up and I'm not going to highlight her. But we can talk about the balding and spray painted on hair. A bigger picture. These men really should stop messing with Black women because Black women are responding in kind. And here are the shoes that she was talking about, the ruby red, there's no place like home shoes. And you can see why she took a shot at these shoes. And then she said, child, here's another good one. She says, MF looked like he's 5'2" wearing a size 3T jersey. F out of here. And William says, happy people do what makes them happy, even troll you single mothers. And she says, commenting on my post where you look like this is crazy work. Tighten up, fam. I don't know why people keep coming for Elaine, because she will pull your picture and then call you out. People need to leave Black women alone because they have the energy that we need to mirror. Like, comment, share, y'all.